Welcome mates, I am BloodThirstyLord by Incoming Lordy, and today we're back on Warhammer 40K Darktide with a new villain, a new enemy type in the game, and that is a demon host. And this is considered to be a new boss in the game, so keep that in mind. It is very difficult to verse one-on-one, but we'll teach you mates about the encounter and things that we already know about the demon host. And alongside that update, we'll be discussing the new special edition of a condition added into the game, which is going to be quite terrifying if it's your first time going there. So we'll talk about that in this video, go through a full breakdown of what that is. It's going to be quite fun, so you mates do not want to miss out on this video. Make sure to click the subscribe button and also the bell notification button with all notifications on to keep up to date, and also press that join button to become a member on the channel. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So if you mates are currently playing Warhammer 40K Darktide, you have encountered two bosses already in this beta, being Nurgle, which was added into the beta, and from the original closed beta being Plague Ogren. Those two bosses are available now in the game. But alongside that, a new boss has arisen today, and that boss is a demon host. It was teased on Twitter by the Warhammer 40K official Twitter. No need to scream rejects, besides no one's going to be alive long enough to do anything about it. Anyway, that is the official tweet, and highlighting a quick teaser of a demon host in the background of that image as it lights up his eyes and you see the horns and the marking on its face. And that's pretty cool, allowing for this character to come into the game at some point. Me thinking it'll come down to it on full release, and that will be over there and we get to actually witness it and see it and verse it then. But no, it actually got introduced today in a update. And in this update, you can verse the demon host. The encounters against this creature are so unique, but they're also quite fun. A demon host is a boss type, so a third boss in the game that can happen at any time of the game, but especially in the new special condition, which we'll talk about, and you are seeing right now on screen. It's bloody dark. Power supply interruption. Lights are out, bring a torch. They also tweeted the special condition as well. There's a certain amount of comfort in seeing your worst nightmares before it ends your pitiful existence. Rejects. Not one you'll be afforded when all the lights are turned off, though queue up now for a surprise. And the surprise was the demon host. It was there. So if you jump into a game right now on power supply interruption, which is a special condition when power is out, lights are out, if you're in there, there's a high chance you'll encounter the demon host. And the way the demon host acts is pretty much the closest thing to it is a witch from Left 4 Dead. As if you get closer towards or aggro it, then it goes crazy and causes a whole new event to occur with that boss. That is something to keep in mind. You can dodge these creatures by walking away from it from a certain distance and not even trying to get close enough to it. But if you do get close enough to it, you have aura effects, usually your HUD going frozen a little bit, or if it ends up being whispering. You'll hear whispering, that seems to be the most prominent thing. You hear whispering, and that's how you know that the demon is there. And you can also see other heretics worshipping the witch. So that gives you a quick indication that something is over there. Don't go there because you will activate the witch. And the witch can get activated by a flashlight or just being close by to it. And once Awakening enters this berserk rage when it does actually target one opponent. So it will target one of your team members, whoever was close enough to it or activated it. That'll be the teammate that gets targeted by the demon host. And that demon host will be relentless and try to kill that one player no matter what. And once it does achieve that by downing you to a certain state, it will pick you up, do a force choke and snap your neck and delete you. And pretty much take out your soul. That is what ends up happening there. You are deleted. But at the same time there, you need your teammates to help out. That is the goal. You need your teammates to help you out. Because if you are caught by one of these actual characters being the demon host, you will take full aggression. The only two options are block and dodge. You really can't do anything else. It's a fury of attacks. You need to make sure that you are dodging and a good timing and not reduce your block stamina, because that's obviously very important, because once that is broken, they guard break you, they will do full damage towards you. So these characters are very low HP, but they have high DPS. So one thing that you need to do with a well-coordinated team is by having one player to take the aggression from the actual demon host, and all other players aim the demon host and try to kill it as quickly as possible. By doing so, the threat is pretty much gone, and the existence of that threat being there is no longer there. Because they will spawn in certain areas where they're in front of you, which you can't dodge. You have to actually go towards it and find it. Other times, when they spawn on the side or behind you or below, you don't have to go back down there. You don't have to fight them in any capacity. You can leave them there on their own, but they will come back at a later stage in the game. So that's something to keep in mind. And a demon host will spawn numerous times in a game. Naturally, you have at least 4 to 5 encounters in that one power supply interruption mission when the lights are out. So keep that in mind. This exists on all power supply interruption missions, and you will encounter guaranteed a demon host. So if you want to jump into the game right now and play, you can do so. But the best thing is, if you need mates to help you out, join our Discord. We have amazing mates there that are working together in order to complete these missions and these new threats and destroy them. So make sure to join our Discord and be part of our community as we enjoy Darktide together and become the best players in Darktide together. But make sure when you are playing the game Darktide and you encounter one of these demon hosts, you have a choice. You can make the choice of fighting it or not. I came to the conclusion of just fighting it continuously for that thumbnail, but also just because it's hilarious. It's like such a troll action. If it's right behind you or underneath a certain part of the map and you see it and you can hear it, but you don't have to activate it, I deliberately went for it and activated it just because it was fun and funny, because it would lead to a scenario where we get overwhelmed or I die in majority cases, as you can see in the gameplay, but it continued just to push through and have fun as a team, and that's the goal. I feel like this is a very unique encounter, alongside the demeanor of the character and the environment it's at when it's placed into the darkness and you shine light upon it and then it activates. It is freaky as hell. It will be hell on the high difficulties like Heresy and Damnation. Activating these will be the worst decision you can make, because it'll guarantee kill someone, or even 2 players, and with the chance of your team maybe killing it if it has high enough weapons to kill it, or if your team works well enough to kill it together, because that will be the goal. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, when I feel like there's a lot of threats in the same room, like elite specials, and then also having demon hosts in the room too. It's kind of nuts. The pressure will be overwhelming, but if you're able to handle it as a team, you'll be able to push through these difficulties quite easily against these characters, because I feel like they're much easier to verse due to the fact only being low HP targets, not like Nurgle being high HP, or Plague Ogrim being high HP but also high damage as well. These targets usually delay you from pushing through quick enough to the next point where more hordes will end up spawning in and delaying your push towards the next objective, especially on the higher difficulties. So by having this character here, maybe it's easy to do so, but it does spawn around 3 or 4 times, or even 5 times in one match, so I don't know, there's like weird balancing aspect there, but you will encounter this. Make sure to play safe as much as possible. If you want to be a troll, you can activate it. It's hilarious. It's such a great time. But at all costs, try your best not to activate it if you're playing on a serious difficulty and it's the first time trying to play through it. It's actually way better not to activate it. You'll survive more often in your gameplay and be able to go to the next point and complete that mission. By activating these, there's a chance that you will actually lose due to the fact that if one of your members go down or 2, you have to try and rescue them later in the actual gameplay or mission. So expect that to be very pivotal on a high difficulty, where it will cost you most likely the whole mission. But this leads to the discussion of what other demons, what other bosses, what type of villains and enemy types you want to see in the game. I want to know in the chat what type of other elements you want to see in the game when it comes down to these bosses, because we have 3 currently and these bosses are quite unique from each other and have unique aesthetics, and the way they actually play is kind of interesting too, especially when you have to verse them and counter them in order to win. So what should the next boss be? Tell us in the comment section down below. And also, did you enjoy this, the introduction of a demon host into Warhammer 40K Darktide? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. And if you make sure to keep up with the Darktide content on the channel, make sure you are subscribed with notification on and hit that like button to show the support if you did enjoy this video. And join our Discord, be part of the community, have some fun times with our mates in the Darktide channels as we enjoy the game together and get better at the game together and complete those hard challenges together. That's always the goal, so make sure to join our Discord and have some fun times there. And we'll most likely invite some mates on the high difficulties to destroy the demon host. It will be fun. Make sure to join our Discord. As always, mates, it's a pleasure to have you guys on the channel as we go through this, and I'll catch you, mates, next time. Bye. Road to 200k subscribers. Let's get it, mates.